this is a good one. Barely do Thomas Soul videos. I don't think I did maybe one, but y'all really need to be hip and get and watch these, especially black folks. And everybody, all minorities, white folks, whoever, everybody need to watch this. But
believe that the kinds of views you have as a black person don't get traditional treatment in the general press?
I think because the views that I have, although they're like the views you find in the black community, they're not like the views that you find among the black leadership. Those people, the leaders of organizations like the NAACP, people like Jesse Jackson, have a certain set of views which meets their needs, which does not meet the needs of black people. And the media have gotten used to turning to those people automatically when they want to know what do the blacks think. And so I'll see a succession of people on television saying things just the opposite of what blacks believe, as shown by innumerable polls. For example, most blacks have voted for vouchers or a pump-in poll. They've said they like vouchers. They've said that they don't like having their kids bused. They say that they want tighter, stronger control of crime because they're among the chief victims of crime, particularly murder. And yet, you find the black civil rights leaders going in just the opposite direction. They want to loosen crime control. They want to make it harder to convict people, easier for people to get loose. And in doing that, they're really following.
this had to be, if you talking about Jesse Jackson, this had to be what, 1981 or something, 82. I didn't even know that anybody knew that back. That's what I was talking about. Everything that made me whatever I am today. Really, like I said, that's the funny part. You liberals and Al Sharpton and all you niggas who mad at me, older niggas, y'all created me and everything. Blame y'all. I'm not. Oh, that's what I'm saying. This is the difference between me and you. I'm not. Oh, my life ain't fucked up. I'm just saying when you try to fuck with me, you know, and then on top of it, I'm smarter than you because I, took time to learn the law. I didn't finish college, but so you want to be tough and street and gangster, and you end up looking like a fool because you think you know what you're doing, and I know what I'm doing. And you're mad. You send the police by it. There's nothing they can do unless they just outright turn into communist Gestapo.
I am sure that Jesse Jackson makes 10 times as much money a year as I do. And I don't think I should take on the project of convincing somebody to reduce his income by 90%. All right.
Is Jesse Jackson good for African Americans or
No.
not? He's not.
Good for himself.
Good for himself.
And that's true of most ethnic leaders in most groups, in most countries, in most periods of history. That what will serve his interest is to keep people paranoid, dependent upon him, dependent upon government. What will serve their interest is to...
I say it all the time, but I just saw it in a different light. He said throughout history, and yeah, it's like back in the day. So almost it would be like if when everybody thought the sun was, I know this is too easy. The earth went around the sun, or eclipses. There's some of them actually I didn't even think about it till just now. There's some of them actually knew the truth and purposely. And what was that story? Yeah, it kept saying, "Oh no, the sun is being eaten by the moon." And it's an eclipse. I think some of them, even without the white man's intervention, years later, that's what like that's a oh okay yeah, it destroys all this. The white man, da da da. That's remember I kept saying stop giving the white man so much credit. They knew. They just kept meaning the leaders would basically, like I said, remember I told you there was always Democrats in every civilization, even civilizations that been was separated. The Aztecs separated until 1800s, and that's why I said you can tell. Basically, being a Democrat is a trait. So they, so there were ones even thousands. The Aztecs, they knew it wasn't a snake eating the moon. I mean the sun. Some of them knew what it was. They might have went blind staring into the sun, but they figured it out somehow. I don't care what you say. This is my theory, and they kept perpetuating the lie. I'm serious. I hadn't watched this. I just came. I was watching the first part, and I just wanted to show that video. And it just, they just keep lying. In different societies, they just keep lying to keep so they can. And like I said, whether you believe in Christianity or Jesus or not, and actually, I would think someone who supposedly believes in science would actually should be the first one who knows. It's just now that it's over. You can't do it no more to nobody. It's over. Nobody's falling for the scary, the fear mongering. Everybody knows. That's why didn't I just say that propaganda? It doesn't work. I don't think propaganda modern day never worked. You see, Hitler lost at a great cost. And he thought his propaganda machine was working, and it didn't work. It never worked. The reason it worked a little bit at first, because now, oh, you're like, really? Yes, really. You know what I'm finna say. The people who would have been Democrats across Germany, liberals, they followed Hitler. Why? Because they were just mad at everybody. Any liberals, you're just mad at anybody who's doing better than you. Hitler just came up with a good excuse. Oh, it's the Jews holding us back. I'm not laughing at the Holocaust. I'm laughing at people who still believe in anything about somebody else's holding them losers, losers. And y'all like, how do losers? Because I guess there are more losers than the rest of us. So if without bullies, yeah, maybe they needed a bully, but it's too late. It's over with. So that's how you let a loser gain power. Is you're not being mean to him. It is really for everybody's, the whole world's safety to let that bully give him a wedgie or a swirly. If he don't stick up for himself, don't feel bad. It's for your future children's safety. It's for everybody. Do let that bully. I'm just saying. I don't know, but anyway, I will get a YouTube. They might because it sound like I'm condoning bullying, but like I said, uh, it's
Really just the opposite.
That's pretty interesting. So you're saying that the leaders, whatever group, wants the people to be poor and dependent on them, as opposed to dependent on themselves. Oh, absolutely.
and that's what I've been saying. And I've been saying that. Some of us noticed that. I grew up in the '80s, right? Obviously, and something I didn't need. I don't think I knew needed anybody. As a matter of fact, I was doing stuff. I think a lot of them people were, impressed with because because the '80s, it's the age of Lamborghinis, Countach, this and that, Ferraris. And if I didn't have them up on my wall posters. I never did posters. The girls, I'm only 12 or 10, but yeah, but I'm like, in order to get all this, you need money. Even though I had girls, that's why I talk like that, like early, since kindergarten. The taps, the girl, the whoever's in charge, oh, it's just love taps. She just said, this is 1970 something, probably 74, all through school, and it's not all the time, but yeah. That's why I said, all that bullshit about me too. I'm like, the prettiest girls normally they pick out, who they want, because they can pick who they want and they know it. But uh My point is this this whole
See this in the greatest.
my point, you so my point, I didn't have to want to be rich, but it's the age of the technology. You want the technology and this and that, and it's not free. You know that, it's like you have to have, but at the same time, more stuff comes along. Yeah, the side effects, benefits rather, not side effects of having money. You get, all of this comes along with it. That's what and these is they're not just trying to make sure they or have a good position. They're jealous. That's something that I think he doesn't say. They're jealous hearted people. And I don't know how through history they keep getting in charge in every civilization before the white man discovered them, air quotes.
It's cynicism in the academic world, where in many places, black organizations.
They're jealous, like I said, they're jealous people in every single race on earth.
On campus have a say on who gets admitted. And they have turned down blacks with excellent credentials, both as students and as faculty members, for that very reason.
They made people stupid. Just like I said, yeah, you can't have the people. I mean, I know we've been saying this. And like I said, it disturbed me when I got out in the army. I'm got out medical discharge. I'm trying to go. I thought everybody's gonna be on my side, and instead you're like, well, it's Birmingham. No, I'm. I, well, my point. I grew up with them. That's what, like I said, the way I talk and the way I think. A lot of it I get from the older cats in Birmingham. So, and that's why I was so disappointed and upset and had to go get help. Remember I told you I went and got, talked to the psychiatrist, whatever. Like, wait a minute, what is wrong with it? They're the one now. All of a sudden, they're jealous and stupid, but they're the ones told me, or at least solidified what I learned in New York. Don't be stupid. Don't be jealous. Don't be, this and that. Or maybe it was the opposite. Maybe they were gang stalking me, and I thought the older cats were teaching me, and they got it from me. Who knows? That probably sounds right. I just figured that out. But probably was it then. But either way, the point is, excuse me. It's been like that in every civilization, trying to scare people into needing you instead of them thinking for themselves. Like, remember how I keep showing you, white people too, all of them, they still are upset, just mad. They keep coming through. The hood rats, the chickens are still over there cackling right now. Because they knew I came out, even though they can't see, but the handlers told them I came out to say this about, I came outside to say this video, do a video.
The Reagan administration inherited an economic nightmare. Record interest rates, a stagnant or declining real GNP growth, a hemorrhaging budget locked into vast, ever-growing deficits that have made double-digit inflation a way of life and $2 a gallon gasoline a distinct.
Hello, I'm David Miliband, President and CEO of the International Rescue Committee, a humanitarian
Big possibility. And with prices likely to double by 1988 at the double-digit pace of the Carter administration and more than 8 million Americans out of work, the general move demanded that the ailing economy get first priority. President Reagan cannot ignore this reality. But as he slashes away boondoggles and curb spending,
I don't know, maybe that's why, because, all right, 1988, right? We wasn't doing bad. Actually, yeah, okay, that's why. And, okay. I don't remember those news. I remember that dude. I think he was on PBS, but honestly, I wasn't think. I was about 14, but we really wasn't doing bad. My family, my folks, I'm just saying now, he said 1988. I'm like, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, I didn't have a lot of stuff at all. I really did. I didn't have, but by then I was too old to want toys. So a little bit of stuff I wanted, probably some Nike Cortez for $30. What the hell is that pollen? I thought the pollen was done. Excuse me. We're you know, my school clothes. That was about it by then, So and that we had enough of that, but everything was. Oh, I guess also we moved down south. Like my folks knew to leave New York, so maybe that's another thing why. Yeah, we everything was alright. They saw it coming or something. I don't know, but it probably I don't think it was just that. But like I said, that plan I would think was in plan for decades to move back down south. If I remember. But anyway, let me go ahead and say, 'cause whatever it is, I can finish cooking.